Players arriving at Compton training ground yesterday refused to comment after news broke of Dean Saunders' dismissal as Wolves manager.
Any comment to make about Dean?
No comment.
Express and Star spoke with former goalkeeper Matt Murray about where Wolves go from here.
You know, we were 9 points clear of the relegation zone when he came in. He had 20 games, I think he got 20 points. That's a point a game, which wasn't good enough. There'll be lots of things if you look at it. Got injuries to big players. I think losing Sylvan Ebanks-Blake against Birmingham City, you know, we saw earlier in that game, scoring those 2 goals, what he means to us. You know, it'd be like if Blackburn Rovers lost Jordan Rose, what a miss that would be to them. But end of the day, I think there's a lot of reasons why we are in the situation we found ourselves in, but the main thing now is the appointment that they do make is the right one, and it's a crucial decision.
Do you see someone in the frame that you think would really be able to turn it around for Wolves?
I think the fans are desperate for a name that will excite them, someone with knowledge. I mean, that's the thing that's been sort of going around, that the last 2 appointments haven't had enough experience for a club of this size in the Championship at the time and now in League One, and so I think it's someone who knows the divisions. I think it's still a very attractive job. If you look at it with the infrastructure of this club, you know, the academy that's been built, the training ground, the stadium, the budget, there's still a £16 million parachute payment. The players still, I know they've had back-to-back relegations, but there are some excellent footballers there. We can get them working together. So, but the thing is, those names that I'm saying, that all the people that those credentials of knowing the division well and having previous history of getting teams promoted, they're all going to be in jobs. I've heard people mention Dave Jones, you know, Darren Ferguson. I know Peterborough gone down, but look what he's done with a small budget. Kenny Jackett's just left Millwall. There's a big rumour that he might be coming in. So I don't know. Whoever does come in, I hope it's one that the fans approve of. I'm sure the fans will get behind them. They've got the summer then to look at the squad, assess things, bring players in, and hopefully we get some young players in with the senior boys, get plenty of energy in the squad, and and get us back where I believe we belong in the Premier League. And these players need to have a Premier League mentality that, you know, even though we're in League One, it's a big club. Everywhere we go, we will be a big scalp, massive scalp. So we'll be going into Lions Den every other week, and then when teams are coming to Molineux, they'll be, you know, what a stadium to play in. And no disrespect to some of those sides, but some of those sides only a few years ago were non-league. So them coming in with the wages and everything these Wolves boys want, they've got to be up for it, and wear that shirt with pride and deal with those pressing expectations. And then I believe we can bounce straight back up. And there's been some other big teams who've gone down to League One from the Premier League: Southampton, Leeds. You know, it's just to name a few. There's loads of others, and they've got back, and look where they are now. So there's no reason why Wolves can't do that.
And could a director of football be the answer to Wolves' problems?
I don't know. Sometimes this director of football, I'm not always sure how that role works, because sometimes it can happen that, you know, the manager for me is the most important position. They should be the one that runs the club, in my opinion, from top to bottom. Wolves are a very special club, a family club. Yes, he's invested a lot off the pitch, which shows you that he's got a long-term goal. But I still think it's a bit harsh saying he hasn't invested on the pitch. If you look, 10.4 million spent. Yes, we brought some in, quite a lot of money in, but he still spent a lot on O'Hara, Johnson, Doyle, Ebanks-Blake. And you got to remember when Steve Morgan first came in, yes, Mick McCarthy was in place, but he backed him to get that team promoted, then kept us in the Premier League for 3 years. So it's a shame, because some of these players only a few years ago were heroes, winning the Championship, beating the top, the big four, if you like, winning at Anfield, stuff like that. So to find us in this position is hard. But I think, look, some of the decisions you probably look at and think could have done better, but they've all been made with the club's, honestly, best interests at heart. But they haven't worked out. It's about learning from it, and say this next appointment is a massive one for the whole future of the club.